Before we dive into the latest updates on Joe Gatto's departure from Impractical Jokers, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to stay up to date on all the latest entertainment news. And bye. As a fan of the hilarious antics of the Tenderloins on Impractical Jokers, it's hard not to wonder what happened to Joe Gatto, one of the original members of the group. Then one of the larger members, the group had the group's similar members to draw, and the show's creators have managed to keep the magic alive by bringing in an array of guest stars instead of replacing Joe with a permanent host. Leaving Impractical Jokers created a void in the original lineup, causing fans to question Joe's whereabouts. This hidden camera reality show focuses on the Tenderloins, a comedy group that tests each other by placing themselves in awkward situations for entertainment purposes. The show became an instant success on True TV and has since grown into a full-fledged franchise with offshoots like Inside Jokes and a full-length movie. Instead of traditional hidden camera reality shows where street passersby are the targets of humor, in Impractical Jokers, it's the main troupe who find themselves in awkward and funny situations. Essentially becoming the joke itself. Although there are still staged elements to the show, its distinctive mix of uncomfortable comedy offers a satisfying laugh for audiences. Joe left Impractical Jokers to be with his family after his separation. And he mentioned in an Instagram post that he would focus on being the best father he can. It's fortunate for the entire Gatto family that Joe and his wife, Bessie, managed to mend their marriage. As reported by Hollywood Life, they commemorated their 10-year wedding anniversary in September 2023. Bessie Gatto mentioned, reflecting on all the ups and downs we've experienced, both favorable and challenging, if given the chance, I wouldn't alter a single moment of our journey. Joe Gatto, despite being away from Impractical Jokers, has kept active in comedy by doing stand-up shows and co-hosting the Two Cool Moms podcast alongside Steve Byrne. Even though there's been great news about Joe reconciling with his wife, Gatto hasn't mentioned any immediate plans to reconnect with his old Tenderloin teammates. The show has gone on without him, welcoming numerous celebrity guests, instead suggesting that Gatto might be focusing his success from the series towards his showbiz career. Better aligns up with his family-oriented lifestyle. The most fitting tribute to Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers was not replacing him at all, and that's exactly what they chose to do. This decision makes sense because the core appeal of the series lies in the camaraderie and chemistry among the Tenderloins. Introducing a new member and expecting them to mimic Joe's role would fall short, regardless of their comedic abilities. Instead, having a rotating cast of guest stars is a much more sensible approach. Rather than finding someone to stand in for Joe, which is unattainable, this method keeps the spirit of the original group alive. Previously, the Impractical Jokers welcomed guests onto their show, which added an exciting twist. Having a spectator who's a fan of the series trying to join in was always entertaining. The Tenderloins decided against replacing Joe with a permanent cast member, which kept the show engaging and innovative seeming. This decision mainly affected the absence of Joe, but the series itself remained largely unaltered. Since Joe departed, entertainers such as Eric Andre, Bret Michaels, David Cross, Method Man, Chris Jericho, and others have brought new life to the show. Although some fans remain skeptical, this change has allowed Impractical Jokers to continue their hilarious antics. Joe Gatto recently commented on his departure from Impractical Jokers and his subsequent actions. He appeared on the Bobby Bones Show in October 2024 and made some surprising comments about his relationship with his former co-stars and friends from the comedy show. Uh, well, he said that he remains good friends with everyone on the show. Joe said he hasn't watched an episode of the show since he left it. However, there is a twist. Despite starring on it, Joe never watched Impractical Jokers. He explained that he was often engaged in editing the show since he was part of the editing team. Although Joe has parted ways with Impractical Jokers, he remains passionate about his comedy career. His stand-up comedy special, titled Messing with People, can be streamed on YouTube, and it begins with him embracing his kids as he walks onto and off the stage. And it appears that he is thriving in his newfound independence, a development that some fans of Impractical Jokers might not have anticipated. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.